Okay, guys, look at that. That's what I'm down to. So I got this is all clean. So I just got basically that. Those I got to clean out that. The forks and knives, the big pot. But I wanted to show you this. Oh, I found money. It's like full of mouse poop, but it's still money. I wanted to show you this before I cleaned it. Like I don't know how many years this was like this. Like I know it's probably more than a year than since they cleaned it, right? So again, I hate to bash on people, but but like I mean, like that is pretty nasty. See the there was a cutting board with a that was in a big it was starting to get cool in here. I had to close the windows for a bit. There was a cutting board that the dish tray was sitting on, right, rather than sitting in the tray like that to catch the water. So that was leaking all over the place too, right? And then when I pulled that, basically, I'll show you the cutting board. It was inside a big freezer bag. This thing here, okay. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is neat, but I don't know if I could salvage this. It looks like there's mold in it. Too bad, kind of neat. But I got another cutting board in there. But yeah, so like this is the bag that this was in. Look at this. Okay, now it's dried out a lot, but look at the mold on that. Gee, why were they sick all the time, right? And they were using that for the dish, the dish tray to basically drip into rather than using something like that. No reason for it, just other than they probably were too lazy to move it. But this is where I'm at, guys. Wow. And yeah, it looks pretty nasty there. It's mostly dog hair. There's a little bit of mustiness right there. That's from stuff sitting. But I ripped out the linoleum. I know it's hard to see. I'll get that when there's better light. I sort of just gave a quick clean to the walls, get some of the cobwebs down. I didn't get them all. I got to get those ones, but it's coming along. Like I mean, guys, 3 weeks ago, the smell in here, there's no comparison. No comparison. There's nothing wrong with this house. Yes, it's old and musty, and I'll be smelling faint odors probably for the next 8 months. But even just what I did with the chair, with the baking soda, I can't believe how well that worked, actually. It's not perfect. Like, you can still smell it a bit, but it's like about 90% less. But a lot of what I was probably smelling was just the dust on the chair. So just dusting, like just take a broom, like a whisk broom. I'll show you what I'm using. Like a big broom is good to have, but you got to have one of these. This one's pretty good, actually. Gets into the corners. You just dust everything off. Like dusting, like so much of your stuffiness, your odors, everything like that is the dust. I mean, there was almost so much dust on the shelves there when I did it. It was almost like sand. Now, mind you, I don't know how often they would have dusted. Probably not very often, right? Now, this is going to be. There's the rocking chair, by the way. Not too bad. My mom, God rest her, bought that for my brother. They didn't have room for it up home, so it's like I'm like, well, here I'll salvage it, and if you ever get a spot for it, I'll give it back to you. But I'm hoping they never claim it again because look at that nice oak. Oh, there's a bit of a stain to it, but it's not too bad. I could refinish this, no problem. Like it's not bad. It was outside, and I saw it, and there was a bit of water that had sat on it, and thank God it didn't stain it. But yeah, but like say like the windows, okay? Like these windows are pretty dirty. Just cleaning the stuff off the windows. If you got a house that's always full of flies, it's because it's pretty much the flies. They basically impregnate your windows. But you look at all the mouse crap in there, right? So that stuff, like covering that up and then just piling dishes on. Like I say, some of these dishes have probably been sitting here for over a year, maybe some of them a couple of years. Like they'd wash the main stuff they would use, but like they'd wash stuff and just leave it. So there was a lot of dishes that had moldy like blue hair in it and stuff like that. Like the mold and stuff. That's where all that comes from, eh? And then just letting the water running onto that, like that's not good either. Now, mind you, I could have exterior problems too. Obviously, this window, there's exterior problems of leakage because you can see how much of a bowel there is in that. But I'm going to seal all that up the best I can. It's hard to tell because you got to wait till it rains, and I got to be here while it's raining to see where things are leaking in, if that's where they were coming in. But I mean, how much water was just sitting on there? Like you can see the water stains from dripping off of that board that was just running here, running there, whatever. And you can see the stains on the ground where the rug was. So that needs to be scrubbed. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about this up here. There's like literally dog hair infused in that, right? And it's got to be scrubbed or vacuumed out and scrubbed. Same way here. You know what I mean? So like the moisture here is from like that there. That's not good stuff there. Is from bags sitting on top of it, not being able to air out. But I will be able to deal with these areas. It's not too bad. Like, I mean, this floor is never going to be bright again because it's like this plywood is older than me. There's literally pine boards underneath this floor. That's the old house there. I'll show you at another time. But yeah, there's literally pine boards under this floor. So I don't know when they redid this floor, but yeah, like this is a really old house. So stuff like this doesn't help. But I'm gonna get that cleaned off so I can get the microwave off the ground. Won't have time to clean the microwave today. It's 4 o'clock there now. But it's coming to, the dishes are coming to an end. Thank God. I'm probably even going to get rid. I think I just kept too much. I mean, you guys tell me, but like you'd say, oh, well, we have 3 times those dishes at home. Yeah, you don't need that much. This is like for a family of 10. I mean, a lot of people think you need all that. You don't. If you're washing the stuff as you're like, the reason why people have lots of dishes, okay, and if you're a person that doesn't like doing dishes, don't own a lot of dishes, and I'll tell you why. Because if you own a lot of dishes, you won't do them, and you'll have counters like this, and then it'll get it all piled up, and you're just going to look at it and go, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. But the way you deal with it is you don't try to do it all in one day. You do a sink load, you let it dry, go do something else. Like, mind you, like I would have all these dishes dried if I wasn't trying to do other things, such as, I'll show you what I have done today. Another thing I got done is my plants, which I've found some planters and found some extra topsoil. So I got my herbs. So I've got my tarragon there from my client. Not the best setup, but it's better than what was in. Way more topsoil. I got thyme and basil. Oregon. Not Oregon. Anyway, and rosemary, and you can barely see the rosemary, but the rosemary's hiding in there, and some oregano. Oregon. Why am I calling oregano Oregon? What's wrong with me? Anyway, yeah. So once I get all in there done, this is the next step, and God knows how much chunk. And like I'm just throwing it here for now. Look at this. I found a paintball gun my brother had in the closet. I wonder if he even knew he had it. Remember he had it. This pot here, I was going to keep it, but I found rust on it, so I'm like, no, not going to keep it. This here, I just cleaned it and I found the big crack in it. Like, okay. That there, it was just too rusty, too musty. I don't really use things like that anyway, so. But anything like a dish or something that can be cleaned is no problem. Oh, and I'll show you my lamp. My lamp set up now. I gotta wash them, of course. I'm gonna wash everything. This still doesn't work. This part still doesn't work. However, when you plug it in, I'll show you. This is the on button, which also happens to be the off button. Now this one, there's no bulb in it, but I'm going to have to give it a clean up. This one's kind of neat. It's kind of like a fake Victorian era thing. It's not real silver on there. It's just like a whatever they did to... This is stainless, so this is a good type of lamp to have in a place like this because it's easy to keep clean, easy to keep disinfected. But anyway, I'm going to clean that counter, and then I'm going to show you guys the night and day difference after that counter's wiped down. Where's my... Again, these people should start paying me for all the product placement they're getting. But yeah, it's time to nuke this counter and get rid of some of that smell. It doesn't smell too bad, but there was moldy stuff sitting on it and stuff like that. So anybody that's following this series, you must be mortified and stuff like that. And you must have the worst thoughts about some of my family members. But you have to understand, like, it's not... It's something that happens to a lot of people where they just things start to build up and they just kind of get fed up with it. And then once they get fed up with it, they just don't deal with it at all. And that's on them, sure, but it's like it happens. Like uh, I've never been the type to do that, but I remember one place I lived with a bunch of guys, and there was one guy who never did his dishes. He'd leave a pot in there until it was like so blue molded, half full of food, whatever. He'd just never do his dishes, right? And it was very annoying because, like, to people like myself who, okay, maybe, I mean, to look at me, you'd think I'd be a total slob, but no, I'm not a slob. I work all the time. You know what I mean? So therefore, when you see me, I'm always dirty and grubby or whatever. When I clean up, I'm actually quite handsome and, and all that. There's a little scum on that there, so I'm going to let that kind of, yeah, going to go through a lot of this. Going to keep that spray bottle, but because it's a nice size bottle. Some of the other bottles I'll get rid of, but the thing is that that's going to make the counter smell better. The fridge being emptied out today, that was a good one. I'll use up this. That was right at the back of the fridge, so I'll use that up. One of the white ice cube tray still had a funky smell. I might throw that one out. But maybe tomorrow I'll start the defrosting process and nuke that with the Comet and the Lysol here and maybe Javix and get it really, because when that smell's gone, whatever smell that's contributing is gone. That smell's going to be gone. Guys, it already smells a million times better in here. Like I'm sure if I just sat there and just really, I'd probably start smelling, but I really like the smell is like the place would have to be closed up for a week to notice it, like really notice it. The ultimate test is other people because you do tend to go nose blind, but getting the dog hair out, again, tomorrow I'll bring down the shop vac, but my real goal tomorrow is to get that big stuff taken to the dump. If I can't, well, then I have to take it out in piecemeal, meaning I got to smash the shit out of it and put it in the garbage can 1 week at a time and burn what I can burn and whatever. Because the next large waste dump off is not for another couple of months, not till spring, right? But if I have to hang on to that stuff till spring, no problem. But it's going to go into the woodshed, which I got to bring to open up the woodshed. I made a little bit of mess outside the woodshed because I was looking for topsoil so I really don't want those plants to die. I really want them to make it till the spring so that next spring I can plant it somewhere. But I'm going to get that where the main door was, that piece of plywood off there, so I could easily get in and out. I don't have to crawl over stuff. So you can see I put some planters there. But I want to get rid of all this, not that stuff. That stuff, like that, this stuff here, this tarragon, tastes like black licorice. It is so cool. So apparently it goes really good with just about everything but potatoes. Like this insulation, I got to bag up the insulation, that dog blanket. Once that's gone, I can get in there a bit better with the brush cutter. There's freaking briar bush. Every time I go by it, I'm like full of briars. You can see all the trash I got over there. I'll pick that up tomorrow. What I've done is that, like all the jars and everything, I've put them upside down. They were 10 cents. Just to dry them out, you know what I mean? And I'll put that here so it doesn't. I'm trying not to have anything that smells like food on the on the deck. Speaking of, better make sure this is. Sorry, I gotta put the lock on this thing. Okay, got it. There we go. There, it's locked. Hopefully nothing gets it because yeah. But like that's airing out. There's all this dog hair here. You could still smell it. Like, oh, there's a poor mouse there. That's going to take a long time for that to really, because it's like it's infused in the ground. It's not going to blow away. It'll take a while to get rid of it. And there's some of it out here as well. But as I clean things, you smell less of it, to the point where just cleaning this out here, it was like the smells were coming, like, see, like that sock. I know it's all the dog hair in that sock. That's what smells. You know what I mean? Like, you get rid of that. Yeah, the floor's going to stink a bit, but now it's airing out. It's going to dry out. Like when I sniff, you can smell the corner a bit, but not like what it was when I walked in here this morning. So it's even less. So anyway, I'm going to get to that before all like stuff dries up. Got to make sure that I can actually clean it. And yeah, I'll show you when I'm done. There we go.